And the third major thing I'm going to hit is children. Again, not in a negative sense, but in the sense that the Republican Party is ignoring primary things for children, most specifically education. There are more than 6,000 teacher vacancies in the state of Florida. You wonder why? Hmm? Open carry might have something to do with it. The Moms for Liberty might have something to do with it. Moms for Liberty just used a quote from the Mustache Man from the 1930s in one of their flyers over the weekend. They're not even hiding the fascism anymore. So children are under attack by the GOP in the state of Florida. We're not spending adequate money on education. We're whitewashing history. The amount of books being banned in my state is repugnant. It's over 1,000. And they're mostly books about Black people, brown people, women, and the rainbow. There are laws set up to make sure that children don't read pornography in every state of the union. And we're talking about a population that is incredibly small. And we're making all this fuss about that. And one of the major platforms for the Republican Party coming up is denying children school lunch. Many children, the only place they get to eat any food at all consistently is at school. So you want to open up children for violence with guns, you want to make sure they're starving, and you want to make sure they have an inadequate education. Why is anyone voting for the GOP? They're going to hurt your children. I'm going to go back in a classroom in January. I'll be one of the very many teachers who were overworked, underpaid, and in perpetual danger. I'm going back in because it needs to be done. Going back in because that's my civic duty. I'm going back in because someone needs to stand at the door and protect your children against someone with a gun. And good for you, and good for me, I'm going to be prepared. Every single one of my kids will have a cup like this to hurl at the bad guy. I will have a baseball bat by my door, and I will drill with your children repeatedly. We'll flip the desk over. We'll put additional books in our book bags to protect us from bullet fire, and we'll practice throwing those at people. This is what we're dealing with. This is what I'm contemplating. That and additional rider to cover my rear end if, I get injured, which is possible because I will be the person at the door. It's likely I will be shot or hurt, maimed, wounded, bleeding out. And then when I'm done, I'm going to take care of your children while in shock. So thank you, teacher.